From the WAQP studios in Saginaw, Michigan, it's Michigan Alive, proclaiming the gospel to the Great Lakes Bay region and mid-Michigan area, giving glory to the Lord in word and in song on Michigan Alive.
Welcome to Michigan Alive on the TCT network. We're coming to you from the heart of Michigan, Saginaw, Michigan. We're excited that you have an opportunity to be with us on today's broadcast. We're going to share with you some exciting things that's happening with our guest, Evangelist MiALiveHook, who will be introduced formally in just a few minutes. But listen, get a cup of coffee, relax, and enjoy today's edition of Michigan Alive. Before we begin interviewing our guests, I'd like to read a scripture with you, and it's a scripture that actually comes from the heart of her ministry. It's Ephesians, the 4th chapter, and we're going to read verses 1 through 3, and I'll be reading the King James Version. It said, I therefore, the prisoner of the Lord, beseech ye that you walk worthy of the vocation wherewith you are called, with all lowliness and meekness, and long-suffering, forbearing one another in love, endeavoring to keep the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. And that scripture defines our guest today, Evangelist MiALiveHook. Evangelist Hook, welcome to today's broadcast.
Well, thank you.
We're glad to have you today. We saw your bio and we got really excited about what you're doing in terms of your ministry. And I understand the name of your ministry is Forever Evolving Ministry.
Yes.
If you could just tell our viewing audience a little bit about how that name came about and what the vision is for your ministry, we would appreciate it.
Well, thank you. Forever Evolving is a Christian organization that reaches out to young girls and women because we understand that they are forever growing, changing, and developing over the lifespan of their lives. That means that young girls and women, they are literally going from one place to another place and in their stages. And so that's why we named it Forever Evolving, because we know that you never remain the same in your lifespan of development. And our vision for that is to educate, equip, and empower the total woman, which means we deal with the mind, the body, and the soul.
Well, thank you. Now, your ministry is physically located in Lansing, Michigan. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Now, with it being located in Lansing, how do you work toward getting it outside of the city of Lansing, or is it just confined there to the Lansing area?
Well, we do go to several different locations. We have been to Grand Rapids, Michigan. We've also did some of our conferences and workshops in, what do I want to say? Nashville, Tennessee, I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. And then the way that we can, if people want us to come there, literally the only thing they have to do is just call us, email us, or either go to our website, and we will be able to come at that time. Well,
listen, we certainly want to be able to get enough information out to our viewing audience to give that opportunity to happen. Yes. And one of the things that I found very interesting is that you have a book that's entitled Bridging Gaps Between Women, and I believe it's showing on our TV right now. And it's Bridging the Gap Between Women, the Heart of True Sisterhood. Yes. And you also have a workbook that goes with that.
Yes.
And I guess that kind of suggests to us that that you have some workshops that you use to teach these concepts to women.
Yes, we do.
Could you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, I can. Once a year, we do a conference, and it's called The Heart of True Sisterhood. And we also do, every month, we have what we call a sister circle. And that is a platform for women to come together to really begin to look at the way that they deal with relationships with other women. We do self-evaluation.
You said the way they deal with relationship between women and women. So you're telling me that your workshops are helping women to get stronger with their relationship with other women?
Yes, in their relationships with their friends. It could be their mothers, their sisters.
Ah, okay.
And so that's what we do. We work on ourselves. Many times in relationships with women, we can have things that come up against us that cause us to have bridges and gaps in our relationships. And so many times when I'm talking to the women, I said, think about this. When you think about a bridge, the only way that you can get over that bridge is to do what? You have to go to the other side. You can't go around it. You can't go between it. You have to go over it. And that's the same way it is in relationships with women. If we have challenges in our relationships, many times we have challenges, communication challenges, we have jealousy challenges, we have insecure challenges. And the only way that we can get through those things is we have to talk with one another, and we have to bridge that gap so we can have healthy, whole relationships.
Well, Evangelist Hook, as I hear you talking about this, I suspect that several men have the same kinds of problems. So perhaps we'll get version 2 of this, and it'll say dealing with men as well, because
yes,
gaps certainly do exist in many relationships. Now, as I understand it, you're not only ministering to women, but from your bio, it said that you're also ministering to young girls, ages 12 to 17.
Yes, sir.
And how does that work in terms of bridging the gap between 12 to 17 and then the older group? Because there certainly is some difference in the dynamics of those two age groups. So how do you adjust to that?
Well, we adjust to that.